two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 13 carries, 66 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, Cousins. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
That's sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
This game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 3 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to
but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
That's taken it around the 40.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Now, for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his 3rd season, Jalen Hurts.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now on 1st down, Sanders not finding a whole lot as he'll get forward for about 3. And there on your screen, Charles, the key inactives guys out this week.
And there's never anything good about any injury, but there's a silver lining to them, is that it creates opportunity for someone else on the depth chart. Will they take advantage of it with good play, or have they not prepared well, thinking they'll never get on the field, and they'll go out there and hurt their team?
From the 25 on 2nd down, Hurts. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Danielle Hunter from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
Back to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it with an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Sanders is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace is already established, right? Not sure you can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
Have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
First down, here's the run with Cook. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Our game here, the Vikings and Eagles, the second of 2 on this Monday night. The Titans and Bills kicked off a little over an hour ago up in Buffalo. But this, our only Monday night doubleheader of the season, but rumor is might have a few more for 2023. Cousins able to find Jefferson here complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now Cook hit and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Remember in preseason when we went to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills. And, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Takes it to about the 37.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Hurts. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Hurts. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle first down. The Eagles had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect the touchdown.
Quez Watkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Now Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
On second down, Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They juked him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
Cousins throw taken in by Hawkinson here. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they've been seeking.
From the red zone now, Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. To throw, Cousins. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
They'll run with Cook. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively. They're on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. Cousins to throw it. That's to Cook out of the backfield. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. We just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
They did.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that'll make our score 14-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook.
This one taken just inside the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
For this offense, looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
They run with Sanders off the option.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
But first down, Hurts. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield.
Touchdown, Eagles! A.J. Brown, 57 yards.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Vikings head out to take over once again. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, CD, you take a look at this draft class from this offense, and they went defense with their first-round pick.
Yeah, and you and I both know there were a lot of good players on that list, but this was a defense that was in need of an infusion of youth and speed, and that's what they got.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing, Cousins.
Going back to the same well, it's Hockenson again.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Scared to let it fly, but he falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
And take it right on the 30. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 39, Cousins. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First down, here's Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Cook.
Down inside the 10.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards.
That last throw, Charles, is going to move him past 32,942 yards passing for his career, and that surpasses the total of the Hall of Famer and a colleague of both of ours, Troy Aikman.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. C.J. Ham. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They gave it a shot with the deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we get, sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the 3rd quarter here. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Za'Darius Smith, his second sack of the night.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Za'Darius Smith in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
It's a second down run with Sanders. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Here's Cousins.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Very nice catch there by Justin Jefferson, one of the best receivers in the game after just 2 seasons in the league. As a rookie, second-team All-Pro, and then his second year was second in the league in yardage. This guy continues to grow and get better with every game.
Now a second down and 6.
Play fake. Cousins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. They'll run it. Here's Cook.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
On play action, Cousins. Dancing to it. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Cousins.
Throw caught there by Osborne.
Touchdown, Vikings. KJ Osborne, 37 yards.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And we are tied at 21. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
6 yards there on the keeper at 2nd down. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. From the 27, Hurts. Complete. Smith has it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. That swung out wide to Sanders.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
Dragon 60. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready.
Throwing is Hurts.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
Here we go.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Going deep here for Watkins. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Quez Watkins.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Elliott good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
Well, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all his keys perfectly. He got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Cousins. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. First down, Vikings.
They'll look to throw again.
Open man is Osborne. He's got it.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
6 yards left on 2nd down.
Cousins again. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so the
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And out now come the Eagles. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you run consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
Certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Throwing, Cousins.
Finding Hawkinson here on the out route.
Oh, what a juke into space. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, so often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers, and turning that into an expansive gain downfield.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes on the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a first and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. Here's Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. T.J. Hawkinson from 6 yards away. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Important extra point up and through. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was T.J. Hawkinson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a...
And this is going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Hurts and the Eagles now down by 7. A minute 40 remaining. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it first and 10. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Second down, they go right back to Cook.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Dalvin Cook,
his second touchdown of the night.
And the Vikings have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point,
and the lead now up to 14. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them in plus territory. Excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
Takes it at the 7. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
So now it's the Eagles' turn. Trailing in this one now. A minute 24 to go. Field goals useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything.
Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, 44 yards. And the Vikings tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. But where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hurts sets up to throw it. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
So now they had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
He's got a man, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith.
60 yards.
And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Minnesota, it was a great all-around performance as they